Hi, this is Merrill, and in today's episode of Boater's Education, we're going to be talking about some of the different types of anchors. So first off, anchoring is one of those foundational skills that every skipper needs to master, and choosing the right anchor for your vessel's super important, but there's a ton of different anchors that are on the market. This is kind of like a guide for which one to use. It ultimately depends on what type of boat you have. Like, for instance, I have a Toshing Toshiba 36, so I have this huge bowsprit that comes out of the boat, but I also have these cables that run through it. And so when I was changing up my anchor, I ended up having to get a specialty type of anchor because some of the ones with like the roll bars on them just couldn't fit under there. So ultimately, it depends on the style of boat you have and the type of boat. That's certainly a factor here. Before we dive in, if you're looking to master some of these anchoring skills, I'll leave a link to the anchoring course that we have. And also on the powerboat side, it'll be the Skipper Large Powerboat course that covers all this anchorage. What are the factors in choosing an anchor? Some of the key factors are weight. So the anchor's weight should match the size of the boat. There's a lot of resources online where you can search, and they basically have like a manufacturer detail of the length of boat and the weight of boat and what anchor you should do. I, with my boat, ended up getting a bigger anchor than what I should have, just for an extra peace of mind. Another factor is the seafloor type that you're going to be going for. So whether it be like sand, mud, gravel, or grassy bottoms, there's kind of specific anchors for specific types of holding power. So the first anchor we're going to talk about is the Danforth anchor. So the Danforth anchor that was designed in World War II, it is lightweight and offers excellent holding power for its weight. And it's easy to deploy and store, which makes it kind of one of the more popular choices out there for sailors. It's best used for sand, mud, and clay bottoms. It has pretty noticeable poor performance in grassy bottoms. Next anchor we're going to cover is a CQR anchor. So that was invented in the 1930s. It was originally a seaplane anchor. And it's like, it's got this shaft to it, and then it has this manipulating head. It's kind of a plow design. However, it's kind of outdated by today's standard and best suited to be in the lawn as a decorative piece. And essentially, we recommend you finding a modern alternative for better performance. Before I changed my anchor to a Rockna, I had a CQR anchor on the boat. Next anchor is a Bruce anchor. So it's a British design, self-righting, resets itself if pulled loose. It's pretty versatile, works well in sand, rocks, and mud. The strengths are it's easy to handle and retrieve. The limitations are it may break loose under heavy strain. Next anchor we have is the plow anchor. Kind of the name goes with it, right? It's one of the most reliable all-around options. They dig into the seabed and hold well in mud, sand, and gravel. They're best used for regular mud and sand. And, one of the limitations are they might struggle in kind of very soft mud. Next anchors we're going to talk about are the scoop style anchors. Those are kind of the Rocknas with roll bars. These are the latest inventions. And a lot of these anchors that discussed earlier, they were designed before anyone had any of these crazy software and computers to be able to actually see what happens. If you're looking to get an anchor, get one of the modern ones. They're certainly the latest inventions. They pretty much can handle all conditions. They have superior holding power. They're quick to set. And the roll bar features pretty much ensure that they land correctly and dig in quickly. But all of this stuff about anchoring, it's only part of the equation. Ultimately, it's knowing how to set, retrieve, and manage your anchor effectively. That's the most important thing. And I'll be linking those courses into the show notes.